My name is Taylor Self, and I'm doing drugs. My knee's been with me for a long time because I fucked it up. And Biomax peptides are going to make it better.
Taylor found a homeless man on Craigslist to help him learn how to do this. And they made this video to show you how. It worked out pretty well. The guy brought his own, only partially used needle.
Nice. That's crazy. I didn't feel the needle at all. I felt the injection just a little bit.
Jeez.
Nice.
Your skin is so f***ing thick.
Well, there's a lot of scar tissue there on that side, especially, I'm sure. That really didn't hurt. That was crazy. So we do that every night? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Like 3-4 weeks.
If you thought it was hard to kill Taylor before this, well, then it looks like you don't have a chance in hell now. You'd better ask to see the manager, Uncle. Biomax peptides. Because Sevi and Hiller said so.
And we are live at the final day of the 2025 CrossFit Games here in Albany, New York. It's hard to imagine a more jam-packed leaderboard on the final day. And it's crazy that at the end of the season, we have, it feels like this crazy long buildup. We have the open, we have the semifinals. And it's like, last night I was laying in bed, I was like, by the end of tomorrow, we'll know the champion of the 2025 CrossFit Games. We're going to have a new champion. Will it be a new champion? On the women's side, probably not. But on the men's side, it's absolutely jam-packed. JY, what are the stories of the weekend? What are the big plots going on?
I mean, I think the big plot on the men's side is literally 9 guys can win the CrossFit Games. And I know we said, I believe I said, I think 5 guys can win the CrossFit Games. And I think there are echelons of these guys.
Right.
A lot of people, including myself, so I'm throwing myself in there, thought that Jeff and Austin were a little bit ahead of everybody else. And they've done the worst of the 9 guys that were all in the contention. Right. And now, I mean, I think Austin's going to have a really good day. I think Jeff is mentally checked out. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, he looks like it, dude.
It appears that way. It appears like if he can't win the games, like he's like 2019 Hopper, right? Like just kind of like he's not doing well, and he looks like he hates it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I'm not going to pick Jeff on anything, even though he is so fit. Like, and it's very hard to talk about Jeff because it just seems like he's not operating at full capacity, right? You take Austin, who and Taylor said it before the game started, he is capable of having a bottom 5 finish because of execution or just something happens, right? Very Vellner-esque from Austin,
right?
And that happened on the pegboards. I know it happened to a lot of people on the pegboards. But you look at Dallin, who I know suffered a lot on the pegboard, he still gets an 10th, 11th place. Austin suffers on the pegboard, 28th place. That's 50 points.
It's a huge
right?
margin.
You throw 50 points on Austin's score right now, he's in 3rd place.
Damn.
Right? If he gets what Dallin got in the pegboards, but it's Austin, and when something happens to him, it happens really, really hard.
Yeah. Dude, it's well, to your point about Jeff. So we were seeing, I've been like hiding in the athlete warm-up area and obviously filming a lot. And you couldn't be more correct. Like, he looks like he literally doesn't want to be here.
Jeff?
Yes. It's like a hostage situation. And I think as far as like what you were saying with the difference between a Vellner and an Austin and something like the pegboard, I mean, does that just come down to experience on the floor? Knowing themselves, knowing when to push it, when not to, because those mistakes could be crucial to go from an 11 to a 26 by rushing or not taking your time.
Yeah, I mean,
something like that.
It literally takes just fighting one legless pegboard a little bit more than you needed to, or going a little bit sooner than you needed to. I know Dallin after the second pegboard was like, I'm not going to do the same workout as Jason. It's going to be a different workout for me. And after every pegboard, he rested and just shook his arms out and waited 10 seconds. And he didn't want to. It hurt him to do it.
Yep.
But he knows this could get really, really, really bad.
And that's the maturity in the athlete, though,
Correct.
right? Knowing to say, okay, I know the field's going to start to take off, but I have to put the blinders on. I have to stay focused so I can do what I need to do to keep up with everybody else. Because that rush, you see a catastrophic drop off the leaderboard. Should we put the let's bring the men's leaderboard up real quick?
on.
Let's take a look at this, because we were looking at it this morning, and I mean, 1 through 8, it could be anybody. We are going to see them shuffle every single event. And so the question I have with you, John, because you were hot on Austin Hatfield this morning, given everything you just said, he's looking at that leaderboard. We know he is. Okay. So if he sees that and he's feeling a little bit of that pressure, there's a lot of hype around the boy coming in. Do we think those catastrophic mistakes that we saw on the payboard are going to continue throughout the day? And if it happens early, will he mentally check out of it? Or will he be able to learn from that pegboard this quickly and then adjust coming into today?
No, I think he had his moment, and I hate bringing up Patrick Vellner because I don't think Austin Hatfield's the next Patrick Vellner. I don't think that. I think he's got far greater things in store for his CrossFit career. No offense to Patrick Vellner,
which is a huge thing to
but
say.
It is, yeah. Good
right.
point, Brad.
Patrick Vellner is one of the fittest people of all time. He might be on the men's Mount Rushmore after the first obvious 2 people, right? But he got his 28th out of the way. I think he's going to win event 8. And if he doesn't, I think he's going to be top 3. I think event 8 is going to go great for him. The snatch run event on event 9, literally anything can happen. 10 seconds. Event 6 was very volatile. Everybody was in 10 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
Dallin got a no rep on the very last burpee, and it cost him 4 spots.
Oh, it's going to be so
right?
tight
From
with
one
that
no
snatch
rep,
one.
right?
Yeah.
So that's snatch, but I think he's going to be very good at that snatch one. So say he ends up 3rd, and then, like somebody like James ends up 9th, right? Or Jason even. Like that can happen.
Yep.
And James or Jason could win the event. Of those 9 guys, literally anybody could win. I'm not going to call anybody to win. But if Austin ends up on top in that kind of echelon on event 9, then he's got a 1st and a 3rd going into the last event. And then the last event, what does it have? It's got a whole bunch of what?
Rope
Thrusters.
thrusters.
And who is kind of pretty freaking awesome at thrusters,
Yeah.
right?
He beat out Colton Mertens in that workout at Mayhem with the legless.
Oh,
He knows how to climb a rope.
good
Yo,
point.
and Colton's always suffered on rope climbs because it takes him one extra pull than it does everybody else. It's not his capacity that lacks. It's just it takes one extra pull.
And that adds up. That adds up over the course of the reps.
And the ropes are tall. It's 18 foot.
Oh, man.
But-
We
and-
got
and-
Zeus out here. Big rig from Rogue.
And we 18-foot rope climbs, but Austin does not struggle as much with the anatomical stuff because even though he's got Colton-like proportions, he's 5'8". He's got an extra 4 inches and an extra probably 4 inches of reach too.
Right.
Now he's not going to be James, Roman, Jason. He can't like those guys are probably 2.5 and he's 2 or he's 3,
Right.
right? But they're slower on the thruster. Like every advantage that Colton has on thrusters, Austin has too. And I don't think he can win the last. I'm not gonna say he's gonna win the last event, but I think he's going to be very good. I don't think he's not going to win the CrossFit Games. Okay, the gap is too big in my opinion. Jason would have to have a catastrophic failure.
Let's scroll up to the top real quick just so we could see these points here because
for Austin to win the games, I'm saying.
I know. I say, but like, so we got Hopper here, 539, first place. Ricky Garrard, 529, second place. 10 points. James Sprague right behind that in third, 516. Justin Madero's 508. Jay Crouch, 506. Dallin Pepper, 501. I mean, look how tight that is, dude. They're going to be shuffling each event.
Because Roman's
Roman
498.
Austin Hatfield sitting right there, like you were talking about, 489. Jeffrey Adler, I'm with you on this. I think we might see him digress down the leaderboard, rounding out the top 10, Harry Lightfoot. And of course, we have to shout out our boy, Colt Mertens. And one thing I want to talk about with Colt Mertens just very briefly is I was interviewing with his coach, and I don't know if you guys knew this or got any intel on day one. But day one, he experienced some serious cramping on the run. He was 5.5 minutes slower on the field than he was in training.
Joey Tutora?
Yes. And then on top of that, as you guys know, in event 2, the jump rope broke. So if you look at that, then he obviously came back to do well enough on that pegboard to kind of position himself at the end of the day. And going back to what you were saying about the maturity of it, it's like look at Colton right there. That first day with the cramp, the 5.5 minutes slower than your time on that first event, coming back into event 2, trying to shake it off, have the jump rope break. to be able to have the mental fortitude to stay focused, put those events back behind you, and do what you need to do to get yourself back up that leaderboard. Colton's seeing that. Do you think there's a possibility to get him back in that top 10 with today and to the top 5 maybe?
Listen, no. Listen, if you look at Jeff and Colton, there's an 80-point gap. Like it's just too much. Like, and Jeff's not gonna have an event where he just gets 0. If you got like a serious weakness, like I'm talking like a Laura Horvath deficit handstand pushup weakness.
Yeah.
Then Colton could jump Jeff. It's Jeff out.
Right.
Like I know he's not. I know he's 85% capacity. At least it appears like he is. He's not going to have something that goes like that. The gap is just too thick. I do think Colton is going to jump Harry Lightfoot though. I think Colton Mertens is going to end up 10th place, and Harry Lightfoot's going to come in at 11th place. And I mean, I don't know if anybody called those positions like exactly, but I think that's what's going to end up happening.
Now, Colton has a day ahead of him, though, as Sevon brought up last night. In all 3 workouts, there is an element of distance. So in the first one, we have a yoke for distance and a machine, an echo bike, which historically has been a little tough for Colton. In the second workout, we have runs, albeit a short distance, but for distance, and his legs are a little shorter than the other guys. And then finally, we have a rope climbs and a lunge to a finish in the last workout. So in some ways, set up for Colton to fail. But are you saying there are enough factors that balance it out? He can save enough time on the snatches. He can save enough time on the thrusters. You think he'll be able to hang on and even gain some points?
I mean, I'm just looking at who he's fighting against. He's fighting against Harry Lightfoot. It's not James Sprague.
Right.
If it's
mathematically speaking.
Right.
Too.
Like the handstand push-up workout, I think is going to be good for him. Colton's improved his biking so much. If you look at event 7, was on the bike erg. He actually got off before Callum. Right? Like Colton's biking is not a weakness for him. Now, no, he's not the big guys. He never will be, but it is not a weakness at all. And then his handstand push-ups are going to be a huge strength against almost everybody. And like, I'm just looking like Harry Lightfoot is the guy to jump. I think Colton beats Harry in all 3 of those workouts.
And Harry's relatively new. This is his 2nd year at the games, I believe. And today's really not just about how good are you at CrossFit. It's Sunday. How well can you hold up on Sunday?
Yeah.
How well
is
how good is your mental game? Austin Hatfield feels like a bit of a wild card in that regard as well. Can he hold up? Can he stay calm?
I think of Austin last year. What did he do last year? He went 2 for 2 in the last 2 events. I know.
So he's a Sunday
it's the
player.
Exact same event, but listen, Austin has the ability to be something special. Those guys recover the best on Sunday. I know he always has execution error, blah 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 blah, but Austin's going to be fine as far as recovery goes.
Yeah. Let's go back up to the top leaderboard real quick. Here's what I want your opinion on. Top spot, Mr. Hopper.
Yeah.
Second day coming in with the leader's jersey on.
Yeah.
Does he leave with it?
I'm going to say yeah.
Really? You think Jason Hopper, that's your call right now. Jason Hopper wins the CrossFit Games.
I think it's his to lose. I think he's going to have a good event in event 8. Bryson thinks he can win. I think he'll be very good. I'm going to say like top 5. And he could win, but I would say top 5.
Will the pressure get to him?
And if you will, you look at who's directly under that. Look, it's only a 10-point gap, right?
Right.
Ricky and James are both going to take a hit in event 8. Ricky and James' deficit handstand push-ups are not going to be great. So, like, it helps him that this is not somebody like Roman or Jay, right? Like, you got to let's look at Jay. Right, or Justin. Justin is the next one who I don't think will struggle as much as James and Ricky in the handstand push-ups. He's got a 31-point lead on Justin. I think he beats Justin in this workout. So let's say he goes into event 9 with a 35-point lead. That's 8 spots.
Pretty significant.
Like, and then in the snatch, in the snatch run workout, literally anything can happen.
Oh
right?
man, there's gonna be separation. Like if you're 5 seconds behind the field, that could go from a 3rd place to a 13th.
Right.
That quick.
And so like if he gets a 13th place in that workout, and somebody like Justin or Jay's always sneaky. Jay could walk. We could not talk about Jay at all, and then he ends up winning the CrossFit Games in a very James Sprague-like way.
Yeah,
that feels like how he got to the top. It's like nobody was even considering this guy.
And then he just wins an event, and then he's gone. Right. Jay can win the snatch run ladder. We never talk about him. And then all of a sudden, him and Jason are tied going into the last event. But say Jason gets like 6th, right? Even if it is Jay or Justin that win, I don't think it's going to be. I'm going to pick Ricky and James to win those, but they're going to take that hit in event 8. So he's going to go into the last event with a 20-ish point lead, even if he just does okay, as long as he doesn't do terrible, right? A 20-ish point lead in rope climbs, thrusters, and an overhead lunge. And he's got really good overhead stability, as JR will say every freaking time he's on the show. I think it's Jason's to lose, and I would pick him to win.
Wow.
Now, if you ask me the other 2 positions, 2 and 3, no idea. Literally could be like, I don't even put it past Austin to climb all the way up and end up in 3rd place. He would have to do a lot. It would have to do a lot. But, it's within the realm of possibility.
Well, the interesting thing about Sprague is, so I was talking with him back in the athlete warm-up yesterday, and right after that first event, the deadlift handstand walk, I go, hey, how are you feeling about that? And he goes, I'm executing. All I knew is I needed to get a top 6 and everything else, and that's going to put me in the position that I want to be, and I'm going to execute that here today. And he did exactly that. And so I wonder, with the confidence of being the reigning champ, executing exactly how we needed to yesterday, does he have that slight, like when you're hurting in the workout and you get that edge on the person in front of you, you win it, and all of a sudden you get that big adrenaline kick and you're like walking over him, right? Like he might be experiencing a little bit of that coming into today. And if he does well on this next event, that might carry him enough through those next 2 events to push him further up that leaderboard.
Right, and like we say, like James is going to struggle with the handstand push-ups, but he's going to be one of the first ones off of the bike. Like James gets a 7th, and Hopper gets a 4th. Like that, he made up 12 points. So then he's got a 23, so it's be a 35-point lead going into the snatch ladder. James is a guy that could win that snatch, and then Jason gets 9th. They go into the last event tied. Right.
And that's the thing. The story of the day right now will not be the story in 2 hours.
Yes.
Things are going to switch up after the first event of the day, and there's going to be a new story every couple hours.
Event 9 is just so volatile. Literally, event 8, I think we can predict what happens, but we don't know what that point spread will be. Say James gets 15th, Ricky gets 12th, and then and Jason gets 2nd. Like if that happens, then Jason's got a little bit of a buffer.
Right.
Then it's like
breathing room.
He would have to. If you're Jason and that happens, then you just play the Justin Medeiros game. Then you just, who's in 2nd? I'm just going to stay right behind him until the end of it.
Yeah.
Now, before
even somebody asked about Dallin. Even Dallin, like literally any of them can climb up to be 2nd and 3rd. I just think Jason would have to. He would have to have things go poorly, which can happen. It's not impossible. It absolutely can happen, but it would have to go poorly for him to lose.
Yeah, and it's unlikely. What were we going to say, Brady? Got the workout up here.
Before we switch to the women's leaderboard, which I think we should pivot to in a second, this is the first workout we're looking at on day 3. 50/40 calories on the Echo Bike, 100-foot yoke carry, 30 deficit handstand push-ups, 100-foot yoke carry, 50/40 cal Echo Bike. So that's what we're looking at. Big shoulder fatigue. How is this workout different stimulus-wise from the handstand walk deadlift workout? I mean, they're very different on paper, but we have shoulder endurance, shoulder fatigue, even some posterior with the yoke carry, just like the deadlifts. Not just like, maybe a slightly similar stimulus. How is this test a bit different?
It's so different.
And what are the times we're going to see at the top?
The because if you're handstand walking, you're thinking shoulder endurance. My shoulders are burning, but it's not pressing. Right? This is more triceps. That's shoulders, just can you keep going? This is tricep fatigue pressing. But when those go, and everybody in the CrossFit space that's done handstand push-ups know this, when your handstand push-ups go to failure, they don't come back. So if you get to failure, you're stuck. You're done. And you have to wait there 30 seconds to do one. Right? You cannot get to failure. So, and everybody knows that. All these athletes know that. So if you know I cannot get to failure, it becomes who is the best, like who can do this the most aggressively without getting to failure. And I think of it a little bit like in terms of ring muscle up capacity.
Yeah. That's
another good indicator. It's not a 1-for-1, but it's a good indicator who will be good at deficit handstand push-ups. And the bigger guys tend to have a little bit of an advantage on deficit handstand push-ups.
In the bike.
Because the little guys, but you guys still got to be good at handstand push-ups.
No,
right?
I know.
Like Jason and Roman, I think of those guys. I don't think of James and Dallin. Dallon's routinely not been a great presser,
How about Ricky?
right?
Not the best overhead
Ricky's
position.
never been a good handstand push-up workouts.
There's a lot of overhead today.
Yeah,
And it kind of hurts guys like Colton and Austin because the deficit is so big. They're kind of like this, right at the end of that deficit, and they have to get out of that, where the big guys are here in a great pressing position.
Yeah.
Right. And like Colton's so strong, he probably muscled through it, but it's not, it feels different to the body.
Totally. And one thing I would like to point out, this is something I got from Chris Henshaw years back in his aerobic capacity thing. And he was talking about once fatigue, lactic acid enters the bloodstream, it will affect other muscle groups. So if you come out a little too hot, and I mean, 50 calories for these guys, 40 calories for these ladies is nothing on that bike. But if you come out a little too hot, you push it too much, you get that yoke, and you get halfway through those handstand push-ups, Sunday as well, that fatigue could set in, and somebody could, like going back to what we talked about with the pegboard, start to take risks, and that could be catastrophic failure. So I'm really excited with this event coming in because this could shake the leaderboard up majorly.
And it's hard to think of a more global fatigue than a 100-foot yoke carry to just twist the workout.
Exactly.
And you asked about the women. The women, I think it's just sheer pressing capacity. So for the men, there's a little bit of gamesmanship to it. Like the bike will come into play a little bit more. For the women, I almost think you could have done 30 deficit handstand push-ups for time, and it would be a strong correlate to how the workout goes. I honestly think Tia's just going to run away with it and kill everybody.
Yeah.
Now, before we move to the women, just who's your pick for this event alone on the men?
I'm going with Austin Hatfield. I think Jenny did a reel, and me and Bryson have a little bit of a bet. Bryson's going with Jason Hopper, and I'm going with Austin Hatfield.
For the event win?
Yeah.
I'm going Colton.
Ooh.
I don't think it's a bad pick.
I'm going Jason Hopper, the machine, on the Echo bike.
That back,
beautiful
that back
presser
50.
too. All right, here we go. We're gonna pull up the women's leaderboard now.
Tia won.
Spoiler.
Now, but there is some drama to this one. Slight drama. It's not a lot of drama, but there's slight drama. So Lucy Campbell has said that she's going to be really poor on the deficit handstand push-ups. But she said that because she hasn't done them in practice, and that stacked position on her wrist, she hasn't been able to do for a long time. I don't know if that means she can't do one at all, or if she just hasn't done them in training and it's like, I'm not going to be back. I'm going to be back because I haven't trained them. If it's the latter, then she's going to be fine. She'll get like 12th place and be fine. If she can't do them at all, then Ariel Lowen potentially could push for second. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Lucy's going to be fine. I think Tia will make a point gap on her. All this will do is just make the difference between first and second more.
Yeah.
And second and third will close the gap.
69-point lead, dude.
Right. But you look at third place, it's an 85-point lead.
Yeah.
Right? Like 85 points is so much.
It is.
I really think 1, 2, and then Ariel only has an 8-point lead to Mirham, a 9-point lead to Amy Kringle, and like Madeline Sturtz right there. They're all really close. I think Ariel Lowen's going to do very well in this event.
Yeah.
And then I think first, second, and third is locked up. Maddie Sturt could potentially throw something in there. I just think Amy Kringle and Mirham Monroe are going to take a hit on this workout.
Let's go down just to the top 10 real quick here so we can see that we got Maddie Sturt, 433 and 6. Olivia Kerstetter, 7th, 426. Claudia Gluck, 9,000, 422.
This is a family show.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like it's crude in some way.
Dude, that was like a Disney joke. It's only for the adults.
Is that a Disney show? Is that a...
We won't go there. No,
I've heard Sevon take Gluck 9,000.
Let's just keep focused here. Number 9, Danielle Brandon at 402 points. Rounding up the top 10, Lucy McGonigal. She is freaking awesome. I got to spend a lot of time with her during check-in, capturing some content with Pedro. She's great. Her family's great. Huge 375 points. And then we got Annika Greer, 11th, 369. Okay. Oh, and Lydia Fish. Just shout out to Lydia Fish because we love her.
Now,
368.
This leaderboard at the top is reminiscent of Tia and Laura days. We have massive separation from 2 to 3. We know who's going to win. It's Tia. It looks like we know who's number 2. It looks like Lucy Campbell, just like Laura Horvath held that spot. And then it's a fight for that 3rd spot on the podium.
And also reminiscent of Tia and Laura, like Lucy Campbell can take it to Tia in events. It's not just the Tia show.
We saw it.
And Laura always had like 4 or 5 events where Laura's just better. Like Tia's not even trying. Like Tia knows she's just better. And there's a little bit more of a fight. Are we
It's a lot of action.
No, I know. I thought we were always like lurking to get in
yeah.
trouble. When we see Dave yelling over our shoulder, we got to like peek and just make sure that we're not getting here. We're good though. Go ahead, John. Sorry, I lost your thought there, boy.
Like we've seen just straight dominance from Tia, where it's just the Tia show and nobody else.
Yeah,
I enjoy it when people can compete with her.
And like you said with that event there, when Lucy saw it, she was out for blood. She did not back down. She didn't pull off. She didn't get intimidated.
Scared of her.
Yes,
you know what I mean. It feels like everybody else is.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm even for, and Taylor will appreciate this. I'm even for if Tia comes back next year and is dominant and was like, oh, somebody can beat me in things. Like, what I need to get it together. Like, it's not just, I know I still won by 100 points, but like, it's like people are starting to get where they think they can touch me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that personal. And like, I can get behind that narrative. I don't like straight so much dominance for 5 straight years. Like, you know.
Yeah. And I liked it because, I mean, Tia's last year. And if you're going to try to compete against her or beat her in an event, like this is your chance. So you kind of got to go for it too if you want that feather in your cap, which is going to build confidence moving forward for your career as well, right? So Lucy Campbell, knowing that she could take the champ on that, the most dominant female we have ever seen, and be able to beat her in that event.
Period.
Yeah, athlete period. Yeah,
wow.
Across the board. And so I think it's a good opportunity. I like the fact that it was so electric in here too. I wish for those of you guys who are at home, that event in here with how loud it was, and with also Haley in that mix right off to the side, Olivia Kerstetter right there as well too. I will tell you guys, you had to be here for it, but it was absolutely incredible.
Dude, and I thought of back in 2017, whenever they did the Fibonacci finale and they had the lunge to the end. This not the one that Fraser won, but the one where Vellner had the dumbbells or the kettlebells like this all spread, and Fraser's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
But then Fraser put them down, and Vellner was starting to creep up to him, and the crowd exploded, right? Wanting Patrick to come through and lunge past him, and he couldn't do it. Like he put the kettlebells down like immediately when the crowd got loud. But like think if he continued to lunge and then beat Fraser in that workout, it's probably his favorite workout of all time.
Absolutely.
It's probably like his greatest moment of all time. And that's what Lucy did.
Yes.
Like it's like that's the moment that everybody thought could happen. She did it.
And it was incredible to watch, incredible to witness. The sound in here was nuts when the crowd was going crazy, as John was saying, when there was a chance to beat her. She made that pass. Tia broke on that handstand walk. Lucy did not. This place erupted.
Now looking at the bubble here, who's going to end up on third? Maddie Sturt, a potential weakness for today. Not the best overhead position. And like we said, we got a lot of overhead today.
Yeah, and then Olivia Kerstetter's next one, and I don't initially think of her when I think of deficit handstand push-ups. I don't think she'll be bad. I don't think she's going to have a Laura Horvath experience, but she is a bigger girl. They tend to struggle on deficit handstand push-ups. I think, I think she'll be fine, but I just don't think she's beating. I think Ariel's only creating another gap.
Yeah.
And then I don't think Olivia's my pick for the snatch and run. It's too much of a run. It's a running workout,
good, though.
Right? Yeah, but Kyra Milligan lost to Carolyn Stanley pretty convincingly on the demo team. You know, Kyra Milligan is powerful. She's great. She's really strong. Not a good runner. Carolyn Stanley, a good runner, not as strong, and beat her kind of handedly. Roy Stun, very strong, not as good of a runner as Carolyn Stanley. Like, it's just way more of a running workout than a snatch workout, and 105 is not heavy enough to make everybody's touching going. Olivia can only move so fast.
Yeah.
Right? Just because the snatches are easier, everybody's still doing it. Right?
Yep.
You know, me and Bryson do that workout. Bryson smashes me because we all can touch and go that bar. Right? I can't do – there's nothing I can do to make myself faster. And Olivia is going to have the same experience in Event 9 versus the other girls.
Now, how about Amy Kringle? She's got
I think she's taking an event, hurt in Event 8. Like, I think she's taking a hit in Event 8. But event 9, yeah, Amy Kringle is in it for sure.
In event 8, is that an overhead? Is that a pressing, limiter
It's
for
just a
Amy
pressing
Kringle?
limiter.
Okay.
Handstand workouts, she's taken hits before, and not terribly. It's not like a terrible weakness, but it is a lower workout of hers, at least in the past. And then Claudia Gluck's kind of had an up and down weekend all weekend, so I don't know what to expect of her. Like, so yesterday she has an 8th and a 10th and a 3rd. You don't get much better than that as far as moving day goes. She might have been the best one.
Yeah, it looks like event 1 and event 4 have been her 2 downfalls, a 25th and a 21st.
Yeah.
Other than that, pretty consistent in that top 10, top 15 range.
And I almost expect Danielle Brandon to have a pretty good day 3, and nobody's going to and not flashy.
Yeah.
But like 3 straight 7th-ish places, right? Like she's always kind of at the top, never like winning an event, and then ends up in 7th or 6th place. That's what I could 100% see that.
And so we're not as far as 1, 2, 3 goes. That's pretty much the 1, 2, 3. You don't see anything changing as far as
I just think that the girls immediately behind her, Ariel Lowen,
just aren't good enough to be open off the mountain.
The workouts that were going to be tested, I think Ariel Lowen's going to be either great or fine, and I see those girls taking a hit.
Yeah,
it's almost like the same as the Jason Hopper. Ariel Lowen, her placement and the women immediately beneath her is similar to Jason Hopper and the men immediately beneath him, right? I think James and Ricky are going to take a hit in event 8, and the other people that won't take a hit are 30 points behind. So even though they're not taking a hit, there's 30-point cushion.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. There's not enough to make up for it.
And I know you believe that Ariel's taking that 3rd place spot, because right at 4th is Miriam Von Rohr, and there's no bigger fan of Von Rohr than you.
I love her.
Nobody would love to see her on the podium more than you.
Oh, it'd be amazing. As a rookie, it'd be amazing.
This is her first year. I did not know.
Yeah, so she's won the Open twice, right? So, and she's always done really, really good in online, like quarterfinals. I think she won quarterfinals too, did she not? I might be mistaken on that, but she like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then like she won the Open, quarterfinals, and then semifinals. She got like 11th. So Miriam's always been great online, great at CrossFit. You know, the workouts that Colton wins, she's usually very, very, very good. Like in the Open, the a lot of rep type movements.
Yeah.
But just not made the games, right? And I usually have zero respect for athletes like that because you're an Open athlete. But then you show up to the games, you know, if you win the Open and you also can squat 360 pounds, you're a bad girl.
Yeah.
Like you're somebody that needs to have some respect put on your name.
She stay in that top 5? Given the let's see the back. Can you scroll down just a tad so we can see the women below her? I mean, we got Olivia Kerstetter. There should be some shakeups there. Madeline Sturt. Does she bump her out? Like, you know, how are we feeling?
I'm gonna say she doesn't stay in the top 5, but she does stay in the top 10.
Wow.
Like honestly, and I hate this. This day potentially is probably gonna be Miriam's worst day. And I hate that. I do. But I just think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong.
And who do we think? So as we're looking at the leaderboard now, who is your top 5? Who sits in those 2 spots at the end of today?
It's tough, man. I'm gonna say Maddie Sturt and Amy Kringle. I think Maddie Sturt gets 4th and Amy Kringle gets 5th. I think Amy Kringle gets hurt, does great, and then it's just middle of the pack. That's what I think Amy Kringle's going to do.
Yeah.
But I think Miriam gets hurt.
And I mean, they're just look at the point spread, though. I mean,
they're so tight.
It's so tight, and then you got a 20 point give or take difference from them to Olivia Kerstetter.
Buck does good, gets hurt, middle of the pack. Like it's just Olivia, probably middle of the pack the whole entire time. That's what I would expect of Olivia. Danielle Brandon, I think potentially can jump any of those names. That's why I think Amy Kringle. I think Amy Kringle's just going to stay pat. I really do. I think Maddie Sturt's just going to have slightly better day 3 than her. And Maddie Sturt's going to be 4th. Amy Kringle's going to be 5th. And then you got Ariel, Lucy, and then Tia. That's how I see the top 5 going.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now let's scroll down a little bit on both sides. Let's talk about some maybe disappointments through the weekend.
Sure.
Some people who haven't really lived up to expectations.
Go slightly up, right there. So like that little Abby Doman, Fee Sagafi, Haley Adams, and Brooke Wells,
Yeah,
Alexis
wow.
Raptis. So 13 through 17. I would say all 5 of these girls, most people expected to be better than this.
Yeah, you would
right?
have thought they would have been sitting where Gluck and Kringle.
Sure.
Yeah.
And now Abby, Fee, and Haley, I'm pretty sure I had them all outside of my top 10, and everybody told me I was on crack. So I don't think this is – I think it's slightly underperforming for Haley. I think Abby and Fee, this is where their fitness is. I think they take roller coasters in the games that don't show in semifinals. And you look at the Mayhem Classic. Fee and Abby tied and won, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They tied and they're at the top, 1 and 2. Where are they at the games?
Yeah.
Right next to each other. But
right.
that is where their fitness
And
is.
outside of that top
they're
10.
13, 14 place. They're after the top 10 women. And I don't think they can get fit enough to crack the top 10. But everybody loves Abby, everybody loves Fee, and they want them to be top 10. And enough people do that, and they're good enough, they're close enough,
right,
that people think they should be fitter than they are.
Yeah.
And I think this is reminiscent of their fitness. Stay there for a minute, Brad. And then Haley, I do think Haley has underperformed.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can you guys still hear us?
Are we back? Do you guys got us? Sorry about that. Dave unplugged our internet. No, I'm just kidding. We're not really sure what happened. It just kind of glitched out. Let us know if we are back, you guys. He hung up on us. And that's it. We are out. Okay, back.
Yeah, looks like we're
do they
still
still
on.
have us?
Yeah. We're back. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Unsure exactly what went up there.
And somebody said that I had Abby 8th. I did have Abby 8th. I did. And I think she will climb today. But if she ends up 10th place and I had her 8th, that's not very far off. But I do think currently, like how the games has gone, this is reminiscent of Fee and Abby's fitness. I don't think this is too far off of what they are physically. I think Haley is a little bit fitter than she's shown. I think the pegboard screwed her. I think she wanted to be better in a couple of the workouts. I think she wanted to be better. We have an
It looks like the games account just went live.
Okay, no problem. We'll finish this out. We'll wrap it, and then we'll drop off here in a moment. Question I have, Brooke Wells.
Yeah, Brooke Wells and Alexis Raptis. I think Alexis Raptis we know is hurt.
Yes.
We don't really know. You know, you make with that what you will. She's hurt. It happens. This is where she's at.
Right.
She's a little bit of a case of something always happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's fit enough to be podium, really, but something always happens that makes that not happen. So it's just hard to have faith in Alexis Raptis. Like, I bet you she has years. She's almost like Sam Quant a little bit. Way different athletes. But I bet you she has years where she's top 5, and then she has years where she's 15th.
Wow.
And then you're just like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like that's how Alexis Raptis' career trajectory is going with her. Brooke Wells, I think everybody expected her to be better, and then she had a terrible day 1. And then day 2 was going really, really good until the last event.
Yeah, and you think, mentally, I don't know, it's been a rough season for her. At least it seems like it. And obviously with the retirement, stuff like that, like, do you think, like, is she still mentally in this? Like, do you think we're really going to see a fight out of her, or is she just going to kind of go out there understanding these are her last events at the CrossFit Games and almost taking them in as opposed to really going out there to compete? I mean, sitting in 16th right now, obviously she could jump Haley Adams, but above that, I mean, Fee with 352, I mean, a 25 plus point spread between the two of them. What do you think?
Yeah, and I don't think she's going to do good on this deficit handstand push-up workout either.
Right.
Like, I think Fee's going to be fine. I think Brooke's going to take a hit on that. Right?
Yeah.
I think Brooke might win the snatch and run workout. I think she's in the running to win. I don't think she's gonna be Tia, but I think she'll do very well in that.
That might
And
charge
then-
her because maybe she's like, hey, I know I can beat this one. I want
might as well
to get
send it.
this
Yeah.
and send it and
Well-
experience that last time on the competition floor.
So what you said with retirement, I think whenever you say this is my last year, it's really hard to hurt.
Yeah.
I think it's like you have a girl like Lucy McGonigal, Lydia,
Wants it. Hungry.
like
Yeah.
just young and ready to send it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna send it. Like I'm gonna hurt more than I even know I'm gonna hurt. Right?
Yep.
That's really hard to do when you're on your 10th year and this is the last year.
Yeah.
And so as far as like having that next year, yeah, I mean, it might be lacking. And I don't know if she would admit to that, but I think I agree. I think it's very hard to hurt when it's your last year. We saw it from Vellner.
Yep. Just
You know?
checked out. All right.
And I wouldn't even say checked out. It's just you're
don't want
ready
to take it there.
You're
no more.
ready to be done.
Yeah.
And a quick look at the teens on the men's side. We got Colton Mertens in 11th, Callum Clemens 12th, Ty Jenkins 13th, Callie and Souza 14th, Tudor Magda 15th, Chris Ibarra 16th,
That's tight.
Jack Rosema 18th. So some familiar names in the 10s to 20s here. I also saw somebody mention earlier Bill Leahy pretty far back, 22, and I think people have pretty high hopes for him, how he'd perform at the games in particular.
Well, I mean, I think that's due to the Hiller effect. I don't think anybody would really be like on the hype train too hard if he wasn't hyped.
Yep.
I mean,
he's a gifted
Hiller
athlete.
could almost make it look like I'd be a runner for the games. You know what I mean? With his videos.
Yeah, and I want to say Bill moved up a lot. He was 28th. He started day 2 in 28th, and now he's 22nd. Like it wouldn't even shock me if he ends up 16th at the end of the weekend. And I mean, I think Bill Leahy's capacity, like he should be at the games. He's fit enough to. I think he's one of the fittest guys in the world. It's not like he doesn't belong, right?
Yeah.
But he just has execution issues a lot, and he's not Austin Hatfield. You know what I mean? Like Austin Hatfield has execution issues, but the guy has, Matt Fraser potential, right? Bill don't have that. Bill is one of the fittest guys in the world, but he has hard execution issues when you're 15th fittest guy in the world. Like that's your ability is middle of the pack at the CrossFit Games. That's your ability. With execution issues, it doesn't go well.
Exactly.
Like you look what he did yesterday, dude. Like he had a 11th, 23rd, 16th. Like he's able to do that the entire weekend. What he can't do is 28th, 28th, 28th.
Yeah.
Right. And like that's what he did in day 1.
Yeah. The field's too strong, too good.
I look at somebody like Moritz Fiebig. Like let's go to Moritz Fiebig and then just look at all of his workouts. Like Moritz Fiebig, 25th, 30th, 26th, 24th. That's all endurance and actual fitness.
Yep.
And then we get into these sprints. We had a max back squat and sprint, and he's 14th. Should have been really like 3rd place. He took the most stupid jump I've ever seen in my life. He went from 485 to 530 and then failed it. Like you could hit 515 and he'd end up 3rd place.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like it was so dumb on his part. But, I don't know. I don't know what went into his head on that jump. But 14th, 8th, and 9th. Bill Leahy, in my opinion, is fitter than Moritz Fiebig. And because Moritz Fiebig executes on the workouts that he's going to be good at, and then it's like 25th fitness and aerobic capacity or across all types of domains, but he's very strong and really good at sprinting.
Powerhouse.
He's got more points than Bill Leahy. If you're Bill Leahy, I would be insulted by that. Like Bill Leahy, that is Bill Leahy's. Like that should not happen.
Yeah.
And it's happening.
Well, it looks like the teams are going to get ready to take the competition floor here. They're going to be up and live. We can see Bella Martin get ready to introduce the live stream there. So one quick thing, if you are at the venue, we have very limited of them. We got some larges and we got some XL t-shirts that we're giving away. We are sitting right below section 103 and 104. If you want a t-shirt, if you come on down, we will hook you up. But like I said, they're super limited. Don't ask for 2. Don't do that. You get 1. All right. And then we'll be back up, I think, after this event. And shout out to Biomax Peptide. Sarah has taken care of us extremely well this whole weekend, which allows us to be here with you guys. And not only that, but the content that you will see afterwards. I'm super stoked for all the behind the scenes stuff in the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes inception. And so we're going to go ahead and take off here. Thank you guys. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Holy Balls, High Ground, Beef Chips, and everything else. What's that? Yeah, me? Okay. Oh, Jay.
And
I was
we
like,
will
you
be
want
back
picture?
with an Event 8 recap in just a couple hours.
Awesome. Let's bring us out on.
Are you tired of your training being stuck in the past? Want to modernize your approach without straying from the methodology that started it all? Sentinel Training is for you.
Do you want to improve your training and reach your fittest potential? Well, what are you waiting for? Start your free trial today.
Sentinel Training is varied and fun. Keeps you on track even if you won't run. Taylor and Bryson work so hard you can tell. They even have ebooks for in a hotel.
No more gimmicks, no more out-of-date and tired ideas. The year is 2025. Start training like it. Sentinel Training. Evolve or get left behind.